Honorable Mr. Ajay Kapoor, Chief General Manager, SIDBI, and respectable panelists and August gathering, a very good evening. Let me first thank TERI and the Ministry of MSME for organizing such a thought-provoking and policy formation discussion platform, SAMEEEKSHA, for the industries which were simply forgotten since the independence of the Union of India. I'm sorry to say, though the governments always had something to do with the MSMEs, but more or less it was merely on the papers and nothing seriously touched the ground reality. Before I proceed further, I'd like to thank TERI and MSMEs, BEE, who at least thought of inviting the brick industry to this policy formulation platform. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we talk about financing the energy efficiency programs. When the car loan is done in 1 minute without any paperwork, and which actually is a recurring expenditure, and the industry seeking equal or even the smaller amount than the car needs to go through the cumbersome procedure and the complex paperwork, and most of the times it fails even before taking off. Well, not being a critic of the government policies, though today's platform is going to give thought-provoking ideas to all of us and to the panelists and to the chairperson of this evening to make the policies for the 12th year and for the years to come for the Government of India and for the industry of India. Yet, I would like to stress upon the need to know that, as reported, that the MSMEs produce about 45% of the total output and contributing to the GDP to the tune of 8 to 9%. The MSMEs, they are hardly given any chance to showcase their financial contribution in the revenue generation of the states or of the country. Before going to touch the financial support from the government, I would stress upon only one thing which needs to be formulated before any policy is the basic environment for the industry. We talk about the energy efficiency, we talk about the industry, whereas we are yet to see the environment for the healthy industry, for the stable industry across India. I come from the border state of India. I come from Punjab. Like we are talking about, in the breakaway session also, a friend of mine from State Bank of India, he was telling me that we started a proposal in the year 2003. But today, Mr. Datta told me that it was only circulated amongst the borders of the State Bank of India. It was never circulated to the common people, to the masses at large. Otherwise, the people of the industry would have been definitely benefited, and definitely the industry would have taken a different shape. We talk about the clusters. Yes, they really need to be concentrated upon. The formation of the focal points, especially the MSMEs, the intervention of the government for the upgradation and availability of the latest and the proven technology, as my friend said, for this sector with the assured availability of the power, as we were discussing in the morning, and other fuels. I, as an individual, truly and sincerely endorse the sentiments of Dr. Ajay Mathur, the Director General BEE, for cutting down the subsidies. I am never in favor of the subsidies for any of the industries, be it the large industry, be it the small industry, or be it the micro industry. But again, I would stress upon the need for the safe, secure, healthy, and the healthy environment for the industries at large in India, which really needs to be taken care of. Well, I endorse the viewpoints of my friend from Germany, from Japan, from France, from India, made during the deliberations regarding the financial schemes of the energy efficiency in the MSMEs, but I would still request the chairman of this session to put forward this sentiments of ours to the concerned authorities for the formulation of the policies regarding the setting up of the regional training centers, which I think probably they don't fall in the financial part, but definitely the regional centers, training centers for the entrepreneurs to the managers, from the managers to the supervisors, and definitely from the supervisors to the actual workforce. The pilot studies for the different industries sought, straight from the field to to the industry, it's a really need of an hour. During the 2 days deliberations, there was some sort of recommendations for the starting of the courses in the universities for the training. I, as an individual, slightly differ from this, because universities, they are really not freely accessible to the industrialists. And if any nodal agency based on the region is organized by the government to promote the energy efficiency, to promote the latest technology, definitely it's going to help the MSMEs vis-a-vis the state and vis-a-vis the center also. At the end, I would request and stress upon easy financing from the financial institutions for the MSMEs and appointment of the nodal agencies like TERI, the Punjab State Council for Science and Technology, and many more. There are agencies which can work as a catalyst between the financial institution and the industry to bridge the gap between the two. As I represent the brick industry, my humble submissions is that since now the brick industry is exactly on the verge of the transformation to the technology upgradation, so all the efforts and the threshold should be made to the technology transfer, in which there's a great scope of energy conservation and energy efficiency, where the cost of energy in the production of a brick is almost 50%. Ladies and gentlemen, not taking much of your time, thank you so much for your patient hearing.